These males aren't a reflection of your worth. You will not be everyone's cup of tea, nor in everyone's price range, so to speak. Tiffany's doesn't redo...
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but we've been transforming, we've been doing the damn thing, we've been killing it. And today's video, we are going to be comparing these two Fenty Beauty foundations. I'm going to be comparing the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Longwear Foundation and the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. And I'm going to see which one can hold up, just to see like, is it giving what it's supposed to give? I'm going to be looking for not only shade match and also long wearability. I know this is claimed to be a long wear foundation, but we're going to see how they hold up throughout the day and see if this is really a full day foundation, half day foundation, or just something to put on and reapply throughout the day. So let's get into it. I'd describe my skin as oily combo, and so today I'm going to go in with the Scandinavia Oil Control Makeup Primer Spray and just spray my face. Right now all I have on is sunscreen, and I've done my skincare already. I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just going to apply that with my hands and just hit the areas where I need it most. Here's to hoping that this primer interacts well with the Fenty Beauty foundation. Another couple sprays of the Scandinavia, and then I'm gonna go in with some Ms.Myles Prism FX lotion. I'm gonna go in with the shade Gold, and I just squirt that on the back of my hands. I go in with a small dual fiber brush and just hit the areas that I want that glow.
Brown sugar baby, sun-kissed skin, lips.
I am in love with the Ms.Myles products. I know this is a Fenty Beauty video, but I think it's important to shout out other black-owned brands. So Ms.Myles is a revolutionary makeup artist, black makeup artist in the makeup artist realm, and has changed and impacted the makeup industry in so many more ways than you could think. Apply these foundations with I'm gonna apply them with the Beauty Blender, why not? So I finished the color corrector off camera and I set it with a little bit of powder foundation, and now I'm gonna get into the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This shade that I have is a little warm. I'm gonna apply this to the right side of my face.
Crazy, but that's just what you do. So I don't get paid mine and get.
And so for concealer today, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, and I'm going to be using the Matchstick. Ever since Fenty Beauty came out, I've been in love with their products, and I've always wanted to be a global artist or an artist for the brand. So I'm so happy that I'm being sent Fenty Beauty, and I'm so grateful for being sent and receiving this opportunity. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Longwear Hydrating Foundation on the right side of my face. I like this foundation a lot. I'm not someone who usually does a hydrating foundation because of course I have oily and combo skin, but I feel like proper skin prep with this foundation, you'll be good. So again, applied it with my Beauty Blender, and so I'm gonna go wash my Beauty Blender and be right back. So I'm back with a clean Beauty Blender, and let's get into the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint Foundation. Now something I realized about the Skin Tint Foundation is it is a demi matte. It looks like your skin, and it can be dewy, it can be demi matte. It's very flexible. It's not just one thing. It's very important that you shake up this foundation. I believe this foundation is a water-based foundation. I'm making that assumption based off of the fact of how it is so liquidy. I'm just putting a couple drops on my face, just so you can get that drip action. Okay, I'm going to blend out. So the shades I'm using in the Skin Tint is shade 20. That's the shade I was recommended on Sephora. And the shade I use in the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter is 410. So 410 and 20 if you wanted a little range of what I'm using. Again, 410 is a little warm, so I could probably get another shade, but I'm able to make it work even though it's warm. And Skin Tint. Both of these foundations are behaving really well on top of these primers, which I really appreciate. Alright, so the one thing about the Skin Tint is the coverage isn't as full coverage as the Longwear, so I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage with my makeup brush. But I don't expect there to be a lot of coverage because of course the Skin Tint is really to balance out your skin tone, to even out that skin tone. It is a foundation, but its focus isn't coverage. Its focus is evening out the skin tone, its flexibility, and it's just flawless application. Like, I have no complaints about the application. It applies even better than the Pro Filter. I'm going to add some matchstick on both sides just to try to even out and continue on with my regular everyday makeup routine. Like tapping it and swiping it. So the matchstick shade I'm using is shade Suede, giving that extra coverage that we need to conceal. And I'm gonna go in with a brush to blend this out, and you'll see how it layers really well on top of the Skin Tint foundation. This is my first time using the matchstick specifically on top of the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. So already I'm seeing that there is a little bit more of an advantage here on the Longwear side in terms of coverage. But again, I'm not necessarily looking for coverage. I'm looking for the way it wears, each foundation wears. Because I feel like the Skin Tint could be superior in ways to the Pro Filter Longwear. I'm gonna go in with the matchstick to contour. I'm using shade Espresso. I don't like to bring the contour too far down when I'm cream contouring because it could look a little harsh, especially if later I'm going to be using powder contour and all those things to just finish off the face. Okay, so this is the face contoured. Let's get into concealer and cream blush and get to powder. Like, it's about time. I'm gonna use 385 in concealer and 410 in concealer. Okay, so I take 410 around the mouth area. So again, this is like my idea of a full Fenty face. You definitely do not have to go all the way to this extent. This is just how far I'm taking it. Makeup is about your expression. I like to blend things out with a brush first and then hit it with a beauty blender. Beauty blender. I'm loving the way the face looks. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Cream Blush in shade Summertime Wine. And I'm going to combine that with Daiquiri Dip. I did not think I was going to be someone who's such a fan of cream blushes. Cream blush is perfect for people who like powder blushes but don't want their blush to look too chalky, because the cream can still make its way through the powder blush and still give that dewy look to the cheek. I think if you don't have your hands on a cream blush, now's the time to try one. Daiquiri Dip is this nice orange. So this is the face all powdered. I haven't done blush or bronzer. I used Sacha Buttercup under the eyes, and I used Fenty Beauty for the rest of the face. For setting powder, I use Fenty Beauty Honey. So let's get into the rest of the face, and we're getting closer to the end of the tutorial portion, and then we'll get into the check-ins later today. Now, I'm gonna go into blush. I'm gonna use Fenty Beauty in Ruby Riches, the Kilowatt Foil in Ruby Riches. I've been kind of hooking my bronzer or my contour there because my face has just gotten bloated recently. I think it's the mounts. My cheeks are giving. My cheeks are really juicy right now, and I feel like with the contour they look even juicier. So I did the brows and the lips off camera, and I'm gonna get into the eyes, but I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do for the eyes. So I'm gonna do what I did on my TikTok tutorial, and I'm gonna use the cinnamon matchstick and run that in my eye. So I'm gonna go like this. So I have now the cinnamon matchstick in the eye. What I'm gonna do is add that same blush that I used, Ruby Riches Kilowatt Foil for blush, and I'm just gonna add that in the outer corner. And then I'm going to use the Fenty Snap Shadows in 4 and 9. This nice shimmer right here. Some of the mauve tone. Use the purple right here. I'm just smoking out the outer corner. Just to lift the eye. Gorgeous. Perfect. So this is the completed look. Virtually, the foundations look seamless together. I will say I have been having a little bit of an issue with my lines on my forehead, like my stress lines up there, but I'm gonna blend them out. Like, they're always gonna be there. The thing about fine lines is they're always gonna be there. Like, we don't really have power over that. So this is the completed look. I'm really liking what it is. I'm gonna try to zoom y'all in, show y'all what it's giving. So the smile lines, I have these areas, my smile lines where the smile lines are and where my dimples are. I have hyperpigmentation, and usually that area comes through. But other than that, like, this is how the under eyes look. So the forehead area. The eyes. Let me show you all the texture of the skin. I feel like it looks great, but of course, we're gonna give it a couple hours and I'm gonna do some check-ins during the day. Right now, it's 5:36. I'm probably gonna try to keep this face on till 10 o'clock, you know, 5 hours, and we'll see how it wears. Hi everyone, welcome back. So it is currently 11:53, so let's give it roughly, we'll round up. Let's say it's 12 o'clock. So I finished my makeup at around 5:46. So I gave myself around 6 hours of wear time. I feel like 6 hours is like a work day. Maybe you're out and about. And if you lay your products, if you powder, I didn't touch up my face at all. All I did is touch up my lips. So if you touch up, if you powder during the day, I feel like this is a foundation that can really hold up throughout the day. Whether that is the skin tint or whether it's that pro longwear. So I'm gonna get into the details and I'm gonna get into really like how it's looking right in front of me. The smile lines are a little bit more defined right here. So this is on the side with the skin tint. There is a little bit lost in coverage. The hyperpigmentation is peeking through just a little bit more on here. But again, I use the matchsticks and the concealer. What else? Creasing around the nose area, here. Also on this side, creasing around the nose area. The foundation is separating a little bit. There's some oil peeking through, as you can see, on my nose, on my cheeks right beside my nose, and on the forehead. And on the skin tint side, the lines are separating just a bit. I think it's safe for me to say that both the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Longwear Foundation are about equally matched. Now, of course, I didn't go on a run. I didn't go physical activity. We're still inside, so I was remaining indoors, and I was still running around. There's different things I had to do. I ate some oily food. I drank some water. Ate some spicy stuff. Couldn't compare if you had to leave the house, if you had to, you know, run to the train station, if you had to be on a bus, if you had to wear a mask. That does not factor in this test, unfortunately. But I don't think that negates that these foundations are nearly equally matched. And I do think when it comes down to it with how your makeup wears, how long lasting your makeup is, it is your skin prep that is most important. Honestly, do not have any complaints. And it's not very usual that I don't have any complaints. There's no visible difference in the face, but it's deciding what foundation formula is good for you. So personally, whether you are a Pro Filter Longwear wearer or if you are a skin tint wearer, I think you're getting the best of both worlds and you're getting the best quality product from Fenty Beauty. I don't think there's any noticeable difference in quality and long wearability. I think that just factors in how you take care and how you touch up your skin during the day. So let's just go for it. I have a skin tint. I'm putting it on my hand. Strip it already. Put some on my hand. And I'm going to use a sponge and just get that all over the beauty blender. The skin tint on the beauty blender. This beauty blender is still a little damp, and I'm applying it on top. And it's not disturbing Not removing product.
Everyone's cup of tea, nor in everyone's price range.
I don't even know if there's a difference. Like, honestly, like,
Tiffany's doesn't redo
this
its
product does
face.
not disturb. Let me put a little bit more. Let's try it one more time.
Looks but doesn't buy.
I think if you're someone who carries around your beauty blender, I think you'd be perfect. You can just reapply, reapply. You can take it away, reapply it.
Who you should be talking to.
Y'all see, that's literally disappearing. Okay, so I reapplied on the corners of my mouth and on my forehead, and I don't see any patches. I don't see any changes to my forehead. Like, if you know, this don't work with every foundation. Fenty, baby girl, I see what you're doing. Beloved, this might be the one, y'all. Okay, this might be the one. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you if you stayed to this point of the video. You are amazing. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. They're gonna be linked below. So thank you for tuning in, and
Display every time some broke motherfucker walks by and looks but doesn't buy. These males aren't a reflection of your worth. You will not be everyone's cup of tea, nor in everyone's price range, so to speak.
TJ on